July 29th, 1600. Munich woke to a chilling hush. Iron tools glinted under torchlight. No one blinked. 5 Pappenheimers stood bound. Witches, they were told. Thieves, they were warned. Murderers, they were branded. Their verdict carved in steel. But something darker stirred beneath the square. Secrets older than any accusation. Back to 1596. Catholic Counter-Reformation gripped Bavaria. Fear clamped every door. Duke Maximilian I demanded purity. Outcasts had no pardon. Paulus Pappenheimer swept cesspits. Anna kept her children close. Gumpry, 21, never looked away. Michel, 10, tallied every echo. Hansel, 10, gripped his sister's hand. They drifted from village to village. No walls to call home. Haylofts at dusk. Fields at dawn. All they owned fit in a bundle. Their labor was vital. Their blood was cheap. They wore society's contempt. Branded unclean. Pushed into darkness. And darkness whispered back. Rumors spread like wildfire. A vanished child. A curse in the wind. Every door closed on the Pappenheimers. Long before dawn, their fate was sealed. 5 lives stripped by terror. Munich learned a bitter truth. Suspicion kills faster than any blade. They'd roamed Bavaria for years. Never more than hushed accusations. A missing loaf. A dropped coin. Always minor. Social outcasts. Easy targets. But they stayed free. Then in 1599 the church complained. A precious chalice vanished. The Pappenheimers were seized at dawn. Interrogation followed. Iron bars rattled. Question after brutal question. Accusations jumped. Theft. Murder. Witchcraft. Paulus cracked first. He named victims by the dozens. He claimed pacts with the devil. Anna broke next. She admitted curses on cattle. Spells for failing crops. Gumpry fell silent. Michel's eyes went empty. Hansel's whisper sealed their fate. Months dragged on. Every cell a confession machine. Pain wrote their stories. The darker, the more detailed. Trial day arrived. No defense stood a chance. Confessions on record. Witnesses fed the frenzy. Old disappearances pointed back to them. The square brimmed with spectators. A public warning in action. Their verdict already carved in stone. Munich watched in stunned silence. The Pappenheimers vanished behind the scaffold. And the city learned a harsh lesson. Fear turns rumors into reality. And once the hunt begins, no one is safe. What did the Pappenheimers do to deserve this? That question hung in the air as Munich woke on July 29th, 1600. The verdict was set. Public torture. No mercy. Each crime matched by pain. Days of preparation turned the square into a cruel stage. Stations circled like traps. 5 names marked for doom. Dawn broke. Crowds swelled. Food stalls thrived. As if it were a fair. Parents held children close. All eyes fixed on the iron frame at center stage. First, Paulus. He knelt in chains. A snap of pincers. Skin gripped and pulled. A scream cut through the hush. Flesh gave way in precise strips. He forced himself to stay upright. Stay conscious. Next, Anna. A heated blade pressed to skin. She flinched. Bones met the wheel. Crack. Crack. Her scream rolled across the square. Murmured prayers trailed every blow. Gumpry watched. Eyes wide. He felt each crack in his father's bones. Then it was his turn. Ropes whipped his back. He did not fall. He did not cry. Michel and Hansel came last. Iron cuffs bit their wrists. Pins pressed into flesh. They trembled. Tears mixed with blood. When only the living remained, stakes rose. They tied them tight. Flames advanced. Smoke clawed the sky. Silence returned. 5 lives snuffed by fear. Munich's lesson was clear. Confession or confession by pain. Suspicion's blade spares no one. They fed him inch by inch. Flames crawled relentlessly. Paulus screamed until the fire claimed his eyes. But why? Why them? A family under the right pressure becomes a scapegoat. They followed the witch hunter's playbook. Step 1. Show the tools. Describe every snap and twist. Watch eyes widen. Then offer a deal. Confess and we'll stop. When silence held, they upped the pain. Bones bent. Skin scorched. Mind frayed. Months in damp cells. Bread like stone. Water like ice. Sleep stolen by endless questioning. And it worked. Confessions spilled. 400 murders. Pacts with demons. Spells on livestock. But the ledgers don't lie. Dates clash with travelogues. Towns they never saw. Every statement forced. Every name a lie carved in fear. 5 lives erased. All for a public lesson in terror. Munich learned too late. Torture writes its own lies. Witnesses later spoke under shame. They'd been forced or paid to lie. They placed the Pappenheimers where they'd never been. Behind the spectacle lay politics. Duke Maximilian I needed to prove his zeal. The church demanded proof of his counter-reformation. A family's death became his grand statement. Greed played its part too. Seized goods went straight to the crown. Today's poor vagrants would set tomorrow's precedent. Richer estates eyed the same fate. This wasn't a one-off. It was the opening salvo of a terror campaign. Bavaria would see hundreds more accused. Each outcast turned scapegoat. Torture wrote its own story. Interrogators had pre-written scripts. They pressed until the words matched their demands. Pain forged every confession. Years later, the frenzy faded. Scholars peered back at the ruins. They called it one of Germany's worst judicial mistakes. The Pappenheimers became a warning. Religious fear and power games destroy more than lives. They said it all. Yet every word was forced. Under burning irons. Under endless screams. Did any crime actually occur? No proof ever surfaced. Just paint-scrawled confessions. Their deaths fed a darker appetite. Paranoia spread like wildfire. Fear wrote every verdict. Today, that square thrives. Shops glow where blood once fell. No plaque. No memory. Only silence. Ask yourself, what if the next scapegoat is you? What if your neighbor's fear becomes your fate? The Pappenheimers warn us. When justice bows to power, truth is the first casualty. 5 centuries passed. Laws changed. Rights rose. But cruelty waits. And if we forget this lesson, history will carve its horrors once more. Never let a crowd's cheer replace your conscience. Never let fear be your judge.